underdogs to favorites, we break it down. Empty Field Podcast, the talk of the town. Empty Field, where we lay it all out. Breaking down games, removing all doubt. One interviews with stars, we're bringing the heat. Sports news and odds talk that can't be beat.
Ooh, welcome to another episode of the Empty Field Podcast. My name is Anthony Hansen, and today I have a fighter out of Myrtle Beach. It is Jackson Whitley. Jackson, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing well, doing well. First off, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Jackson Whitley. I represent Myrtle Beach. I train out of Next Element Academy in Myrtle Beach. So I've been training for about 3 years now. Started fighting roughly like 2 years ago. And ever since I started fighting, I just haven't stopped.
Awesome. What got you into fighting?
Yeah, so honestly, in high school and stuff, I was into like the UFC. Like I always watched the fights on Saturdays with my boys and stuff. So I was always like a little bit interested in it. My brother actually, he's 14 months older than me. He joined the Next Element, started training there. He kept telling me, he's like, "Come on, bro, you gotta come train. You gotta come train." At first, I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm good." But then one day, he got me in there, and then since then, I've been in there consistently since I started. So it was the best thing that ever happened to me, really.
Awesome. Well, doing my research on you, you do kickboxing as well?
Yeah, kickboxing, Muay Thai, pretty much. I mean, I want to do it all. So I want to be able, if someone offers me a boxing fight, an MMA fight, a kickboxing fight, I want to be able to say yes to all of it. I want to be well-rounded everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So at what point did you realize before just like, hey, I just want to go in there and try it out to it turning into, hey, I can actually do this competitively?
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I got in there. I loved the environment, the team that they had built at Next Element. I started training real consistently, and I was in there every single day. And then my coach, Jeremiah Scott, he one day was just like, "Hey, man, we're doing all this training. Why don't we get our feet wet, get a little competition in?" So I did like a PKB, like a point kickboxing match, probably like 6 months into training, and that went well. And then shortly after, we got my first amateur fight, and then now this weekend I got my 11th fight in like less than 2 years. So we've been fighting a lot.
Walk us through that first fight. What was going through your mind?
Whew, a lot was going through my mind. I was nervous, I was excited, I was feeling all the emotions, but I knew that I had trained real hard for it. I just didn't really know what to expect. I knew I had like that PKB experience, but it wasn't quite the real show. You know what I'm saying? The lights are all on you. So I didn't really know what to expect, but once I got in there, I realized that I really enjoy it. I love that pressure, that feeling of just, getting locked into a cage with another dude. There's something wild about that, man. I love it.
So so when you're doing your walkout, is something going through your mind or you just rock
Yeah,
solid?
so I would say when the walkout happens, that's just kind of when I stop thinking. Like really, I just like kind of snap into that mode. And when I'm walking out and everything, I just try to stay cool, calm, relaxed, stay focused on the task, But obviously, sometimes it's hard to stay relaxed in that situation, but I'm always doing my best to stay calm there because I know it's hectic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What's a normal training day like for you?
Yeah, so a normal training day for me, I usually work during the day. So some days I'll go to the gym early in the morning around like 7 a.m. And then I always go back at night at 6 or 5 to like 7 usually. So I try to train at least once a day always. So I'm training 7 days a week, but I try to get those 2 a days in there as well, doing strength and conditioning and all that other stuff. But a normal training camp is training every day. I do boxing Monday and Wednesday. I do Muay Thai Tuesday and Thursday. I spar Muay Thai on Friday, spar boxing on Wednesday. Saturday, I do boxing again, and then Sunday is my one day that I'm, like, out of the gym, and I go for, like, a run at this, it's like a bike trail near my house that me and my coaches go and run every Sunday. So I have a good fight camp routine that I've been sticking to for a while now, and, it's definitely been working, so
Awesome.
keeps me in shape.
Oh, absolutely. What in your mind are you most proud of fighting wise?
Most proud of fighting-wise? That's a good question. The thing I'm most proud of, honestly, like, Growing up, I was never really like a daredevil kid like that, you know, I was kinda on the cautious side, I was a little bit of a scared kid, I'm not gonna lie. So, just the fact like, my younger self, if he looked at me now and saw what I was doing, he'd be like, "What the hell?" Like, he'd be shocked, and I can't really believe that I've been able to do what I've done and have the success that I've had. So I'm just proud that I've been able to just keep going at it, you know, I've lost fights, I've won fights, but I just keep coming back to the gym, keep taking more fights. I love it.
Stop. Before we continue this episode here, are you staying hydrated? No, no, no. Have you tried Hydrofy? Man, it's not just flavored water, it's clean hydration with electrolytes that actually work. No sugar crash, no junk ingredients. Pretty simple. Hydrofy keeps you sharp and fueled for the day. I use it because, man, it's simple, effective, and it just tastes real good. Hydrate smarter, hydrate better. That's Hydrofy. Use promo code MTF to get 10% off your order. Just say, hey, Matt from the Empty Field podcast sent you.
I usually ask this question at the end of the interview, but I'll ask it now. What would you tell 10-year-old you?
10-year-old me, man, 10-year-old me, I would tell him, uh, that's a real good question. I like that. 10-year-old me, I'd probably tell him that he could do whatever he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't put barriers on yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You know, you're gonna have a lot of doubts in your mind always, but just believe in yourself, really trust yourself. Because I think I doubted myself a lot at a younger age, and I think now, right now, I believe in myself more than I ever have in my entire life. So I would just tell him to believe in yourself, you know, trust yourself a little bit.
That's awesome. Now, let's have some self-reflection. What are you actively working on to improve?
What am I actively working on to improve? Actively right now, I think that my style, I have a very like boxing heavy style. I like to box a lot in my fights. I think a lot of these Muay Thai guys, they have real good kicks and they're real kick heavy, but their boxing tends to not be as good. And I feel like that's where I can kind of have the advantage over them. But I've also noticed in some of my more recent fights, you know, I'm getting beat in the clinch or just not mixing it up enough. So I think the biggest thing that I've been working on lately is specifically for this fight I have coming up this weekend is my clinch game for sure. And then just mixing it up more, being more creative with my striking. I have a lot of weapons that I haven't really shown yet in my fights just because I feel like I do the basics really well and I try to stay tight and smooth with the basics. But I really got to start being more creative and letting some of these other weapons go because I know I can hurt people with stuff and I'm just not trusting myself to throw it.
Now, everyone has those bad days where you just want to lay in bed, don't want to get up, don't want to do anything really. How do you motivate yourself to get to the gym?
Yeah, man. Motivation, it's not always there. You just got to be disciplined, really. It's really mostly discipline. I go to the gym so many days that I don't want to go to the gym. So many days I'm on the way to the gym and I'm dreading it, but I always on that ride home after the gym, I always feel better about going. You know what I'm saying? So you're not always going to be motivated. You don't wake up every day motivated, but your discipline, that's when that kicks in. So those days that you're not motivated, you gotta keep that discipline and still show up for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Now, how have your coaches and teammates help you improve to now this being your 11th fight?
Yeah, yeah. So they've been huge. I mean, I feel like I have the best coaches, the best team around. I love my guys. They've helped me so much, just grow in a short amount of time. I trained some killers. My coaches, they've all fought at a high level before. So it's like I can really trust someone who I know who has been in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? There's some coaches out here like they've never really fought before and stuff. And I'm not trying to discredit anybody, but I can trust someone who I know has been in my shoes, like my coach, Jeremiah Scott. He is an active fighter and he fights all the time, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I've fought on shows with him before. So I know I can trust a dude and listen to a dude who knows what he's doing because I've seen him do it, you know? I see
Yeah.
it.
Now, How do you bounce back after a tough loss?
Man, you just gotta get right back into the gym and get to it. You can't really hang your head on a loss or a win, really. I know people who hang their heads on wins and they sit there in that win for too long, but you gotta get right back to work, especially after a loss. A loss you're gonna learn the most from. So losses are super important, especially as an amateur, man. I don't care about my record. I wanna fight the toughest guys, the best guys, and I wanna fight as much as possible. That's my goal. I mean, winning is awesome. That's gonna be the goal always. Always wanna win, but I wanna be as active as possible, fight the best guys, and, you're gonna take wins, you're gonna take losses, but it's important that you just show back up to the gym and keep that hunger inside of you. Keep being hungry to, want more for yourself.
Yeah. So then what opponent excites you the most when like looking at matchmaking cards?
Ooh. That's a good question. Yeah, so I would say, I fought a lot of the tough Muay Thai and kickboxers around, but there is one, Dakota Gray. Me and him we're boys. I'm cool with him. We talk on Instagram and stuff all the time, and he's fighting this weekend with me here in Myrtle Beach. He's just fighting somebody else. But me and him have talked about it. We know eventually we're gonna meet in there, and I think, like, he's the best in our area at Muay Thai. He's the best, he's the sharpest, most technical, and I wanna be in there with the best, dude. So, obviously, I have so much respect to Dakota, love that guy, but, we definitely gotta run it. We have to. I think it'll be fireworks. I think anybody would love to see that fight.
That'd be a good fight to watch. I'd be honest. I'll tune into that one.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It'll happen probably this year.
Awesome. Now, what goals are you chasing this year?
Yeah, so I'm fighting for the IKF modified Muay Thai title on Saturday. So obviously my goal is to win that belt. That'll be my first title. So I want to win a title. I want to fight. I've been able my first 2 years fighting, I've been able to consistently fight about 5 to 6 times a year. So I want to keep that up. I want to fight 5 or 6 times this year again. And just yeah, stay busy, fight the best dudes. And hopefully fight for more titles too. If I win this title, I'll probably be able to defend and have opportunities for other titles. So want to win some belts, man, for sure. Yeah.
So, after it's all said and done, if that's 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, how do you want to be remembered by?
Yeah, I want to be remembered as one of the most entertaining fighters, right? So like you can have this crazy 25-0 record and be the best, but if no one really wants to watch you, no one wants to watch you. I want people to really want to watch my fights and be excited when they see that I'm fighting. And I feel like I've been able to do a good job at that. I've had some pretty entertaining fights. But also I wanna be a little more dominant. I feel like my fights can be entertaining because they're these back and forth wars, right? But, like, obviously, I want to, dominate a little bit and have it be a little more one-sided, but just being an entertaining fighter and just, taking whatever fight comes my way, I'm not scared of anybody. I wanna fight the best. I wanna fight whoever thinks they're the best. I think I'm the best, so let's run it.
Awesome. Now, here comes rapid fire. So, first thing again comes to your mind when I ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather have a knockout win or a decision win?
Knockout.
Okay. Striking battle or a technical fight?
Striking.
First round finish or a late round war?
Late round war.
Ooh, why a late round war for?
'Cause, man, there's that experience. I mean, the early finish is awesome, but that late round war, you got those 3 or 4 rounds before where you really worked on that dude and you worked on him and you, wore on him, and then you finally get to break him towards the end. I feel like there's nothing better than that.
Now, are you more disciplined or more motivated?
Ooh. I would say more discipline.
Okay. Are you in the field of proving people wrong or proving yourself right?
Proving myself right. I think I have a lot of people that believe in me, and I have more people on my team than not on my team, so I would say proving myself right.
Awesome. One word that describes your fighting style.
Ooh, smooth. My coach, he calls me too smooth. I feel like I have a very smooth style, and it's fun to watch. People like to watch it.
And then one word that describes you.
Ooh, one word that describes me. Oh, that's good. Hmm. Oh, you stumped me on this one. One word that describes me. I would say hungry. I'm hungry to not only am I hungry, like I need some food, but I'm hungry in the sense that I want a lot, man. I want a lot in this sport, in this game. So I'm hungry for it all. I want everybody.
Awesome. What's your one go-to food, since we're talking about food? What's your one go-to food after a fight?
After a fight, so I'm a big sweets guy. So after a fight, I would say, I mean, it's always good to get like a classic like piece of pizza or something like that. But I'm a big sweets guy, like donuts, like stuff like that. Donuts are good. Yeah, pastries, stuff like that. I'm a big sweet tooth guy.
So you're not gonna go with that cheeseburger or that pizza. You're gonna go straight to the sweet counter.
Straight to the sweets. I'll definitely get that cheeseburger too, but, what I've really been, like, thinking about is just sinking my teeth into, like, a cinnamon roll or something crazy like
Ooh.
that, dude. Whoo!
Ooh.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Any special shout outs you wanna give?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to my team, my gym, the Next Element Academy. Shout out to all my coaches, all my teammates, everyone who's gonna come out and support me this weekend. I'm fighting at the Landmark Resort Saturday night for the IKF Modified Muay Thai title. So it's gonna be a big fight, my biggest fight yet. I'm more than prepared, more than excited. So, yeah, I'm ready for it.
Awesome. And then where can everybody find you on social media?
Yeah, so, on Instagram, it's at Jackson Whitley with 2 Ys, and then, Facebook, just my name, Jackson Whitley.
Perfect. Well, Jackson, I appreciate you stopping by, talking to us about your fighting career and how you're learning all sorts of type of kickboxing, Muay Thai, and all that. So I appreciate it.
Dude, thank you so much for having me. It was a, pleasure being on the show.
Fans of One T Media Production, do you guys drink coffee? Sure you do. I, myself, drink quite a bit of coffee, so I always turn to Afuera Coffee for my go-to. It's smooth, it's bold, it's not too heavy. Perfect for that early morning or when you just need to lock in for the day. The best part is, at every purchase, 5% goes back to the great outdoors. Get a bag like this. I get 2 myself. Use promo code MTF and you get 15% off your order. Guys, what's not to love about coffee, free money, and deliciousness? Afuera Coffee.
Yeah, MNT Field, where the action's real. Sports news and odds, that's our deal. From underdogs to favorites, we break it down. NT Field Podcast, the talk of the town.